Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. Today I'm giving you a full tour of my brand new home theater. It is a Dolby Atmos 7.2.2 setup. So 7 surround speakers, 2 height channels, and 2 subwoofers that produce crazy heart-pounding explosions all the way up to whisper-soft raindrops and also some intense visuals with laser-sharp image. You guys are going to want to stay tuned all the way till the end. We're going to go through a tour of all the gear that's there. I'm also going to give you an explanation of what we did to the room to prepare it, sound treatments and all that good stuff so we can have optimal video and audio performance. That includes calibration as well. And also at the end, I'm going to give you a few improvements or upgrades that I'll be doing in the future. Quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Nobody paid for this video. And also I'll leave the links to all the gear that I'm talking about in the description under the video if you guys want to geek out and have all the specs for yourselves. Recently, by the way, I did a video on a hi-fi setup that I recently purchased that's here behind me. You guys absolutely love that. It was an over-the-top hi-fi setup to listen to 2-channel music. But today we are focusing on my home theater. So let's start. Come on over here for the tour. We're going to do a full circle. So on my left, what I have here for the front stage are some Revel Performa BE speakers for the left and right channels. So this in the Performa line is their new flagship. It comes with a 1-inch beryllium tweeter, and it's their new 6th generation waveguide technology. Basically, these are ceramic coated aluminum waveguides and speaker domes. So here, the 1-inch tweeter, we have one 5¼ inch mid-range driver and 3 8-inch mid-bass drivers, or the bass drivers if you want. So this speaker is pretty easy to drive at 91 dB. It's an 8 ohms nominal speaker. This is made by the Harman Group, and Revel measure super well, but the build quality is insane. 113 pounds per speaker, so it is a heavy beast, but the quality that we get out of there is perfect, especially for home theater use. So what we have next to it, I have dual subwoofers, in my case from SVS. This is their flagship SVS PB16 Ultra subwoofers. It is a ported sub, as you can see here on the bottom. It has a 16-inch driver, so we have 2 of these. So 5,000 watts peak power and 1,500 watts of continuous power. I added the optional SVS sound path isolation feet. So these decouple the subwoofers from the floor, so you get less rattling from your floor and from the walls. And also in the back, we have the SVS SoundPath interconnect cables. And I also upgraded the power cables to some Magic Power signal cable power cables. So those play super well. Next, what do we have here? Let's go to the center stack. We have flagship AV separates from Marantz, brand new for 2023. So here on my left, I have the separate power amplifier. So this is their AMP10. So brand new unit, flagship once again, tremendous power, 16 channels, 200 watts per channel, guys. So the again, the power, the control, low noise floor, super high quality, has this kind of vintage look with these LEDs here on the side, nice machined aluminum front, built like a tank, obviously. This comes in at roughly 44 pounds, if memory serves me well, but again, 200 watts per channel. Next to it, we have its sister, the AV10. This is a surround preamp and processor, 15.4, so 15 channels of speakers and also 4 discrete channels for controlling subwoofers. It does everything from Dolby Atmos, Emax enhanced sound as well. This is an 8K capable processor for 8K 60 frames per second or 4K 120 frames per second. Again, the flagship preamp processor from Marantz, super high quality. I had previously in my previous setup, their flagship receiver, which was the SR8012 unit. So that was an integrated component for both the processing and the power. It was good, but believe me, it changed my life when you go to AV separates. They are absolutely amazing. The intricacy and all the minute details I wasn't hearing before, I now get. I have more dynamic range, obviously a lot more power with the discrete 200 watts per channel for 16 channels on the AMP10 power amplifier. So very happy with those. For the power cables, I upgraded both of them to Shunyata Research Delta power cable. So I didn't go as crazy as my hi-fi setup with the Shunyata Research Sigma power power cables in that case. But still, these are very, very high quality because, of course, the power that comes in from your mains is quite noisy, as we say. So you try to reduce that by controlling or reducing a lot of filtering that noise, if you want, through your power bar and the power cables in this case. So Shunyata Research is known to be very good for that. And for the power distributor in the back, I'm using the Shunyata Research PS10 power distributor. Comes with a 20 amp power cord. And by the way, for these components, I have dedicated 20 amp circuits. So 20 amp circuits for the processor and the amplifier, and also 20 amp circuits for the subwoofers. So I have gobs of headroom for the power, and that's what you kind of want. So I also have a surge protector for the whole home in my electrical panels because I have 250 amp panels for 300 total amps in the house. Here we have the Oppo Digital UDP203 reference SACD and 4K Blu-ray player. It plays CDs. It's a universal player. They are discontinued, unfortunately. Oppo used to make the best, in my opinion, Blu-ray players out there. So this is one of their last runs, the 4K Blu-ray player in this case, built like a tank, still works fantastically well. These have actually increased in price on the resale market because you can't get them anymore. And here up top, I have the brand new and latest 3rd gen Apple 4K TV. So this is a streamer that I have for Netflix. They are both connected using some high quality AudioQuest HDMI cable. So I have a vodka cable and I have a carbon cable. So those are the higher end. And the projector, which you're going to see in a few seconds, I'm using an active power cable from AudioQuest, and it's the Cherry Cola. I needed basically how much? 10 meters or roughly 30 feet of it because the projector is further back. For the center channel, we have the Revel C426BE. This is their flagship center channel. Once again, with that waveguide technology, the beryllium 1-inch tweeter, the 5.25-inch mid-range driver, and we have 4 of these 6.5 bass drivers. So very, very clear sounding. As my friends who come would say, this is probably the best center channel they've ever heard in their life. Again, the sound quality is absolutely mesmerizing. So why do we have dual subwoofers? If you see on the other side, the second sub, basically it helps with the frequency response in the room. It also prevents people from being able to pinpoint the sub in the room, and you're getting a lot more headroom. SVS have an article of the benefits of having dual subs in the setup, so go check that out. It's well worth the extra spending to get dual subs. In my previous setup, I had a single SVS PB13 Ultra subwoofer, which was the flagship at that time, and now I have dual SVS PB16 Ultras, again, their flagship series. So the right speaker, the same as the left, obviously, the F328BE Revel Performa. This is the flagship of the Performa range, and they're very well suited for home theater use because not only do they measure well, but they are very pleasing to hear, and I haven't heard a single complaint from anybody of my audiophile friends that have come here to have a listen to the entire setup. Very important, obviously, the projection screen. This is a Grand View Edge 120-inch display, so 16:9 format. I prefer that type. I know some guys like 235 and all that kind of stuff. Question of personal preference, basically. They call it the Edge design because it has very thin borders, as you can tell. And yeah, just the quality of this is amazing. I had in my previous house, I had a Stewart Film Screen Studio Tech 130 G3, and this here is a better bang for buck as far as Grand View is concerned. The star of the show, probably the main component. This is the new JVC NZ8 projector. This is a laser projector. Check that out. It can accept up to an 8K signal. This is a 4K native projector, 8K upscaling, so they call it 8K eShift X projection system. So again, being laser based, I will never need to upgrade or to change the lamp because there's no lamp. And basically it's good for 20,000 hours of use. Basically, if I watch a 2.5-hour movie every single day, I can do that for 20 years, guys. It was calibrated professionally by one of the best video calibrators in the world, THX certified, ISF certified, you name it. So that's Michael Chen, and he did a fantastic job. So what I get on screen is reference level imagery, guys. Very important. We're going to talk about what we did to the room for the sound as well. Hopefully on screen, by the way, the picture quality is good when I'm filming this. I know it's kind of challenging for the camera because the walls and ceilings are done in matte black for the least amount of reflection. We're absorbing the extra light because we want to focus all the light output on the screen. So I said it was a 7.2.2 surround sound speaker setup. So for the surround channels, we have these golden ear. These specific models here are their SuperSat 50 series. So they integrate quite well with the Revel, because before I used to have some golden ear Triton 2 Plus left and right speakers with a golden ear Triton XXL Super Center center channel. So I kept the surrounds, the height channels, and the surround back still from golden ear because they're very easy to drive speakers and they integrate well. So for the height channels here, you can see these are the Invisa 650 series, again from golden ear. So these are the two height channels for the Dolby Atmos. And here up top, we can see these are the HDR 7000 for the Invisa series, again from golden ear. So those are the surround backs. Of course, when we talk about home theater, we have to talk about seating, guys. So if you come here, you're going to see the Valencia theater seating. This is their bespoke top of the line flagship seats. These are the Tuscany Luxury Edition XL series, again with amazing high quality leather, double stitching, perforated diamond pattern leather. It has velour lining inside these mechanized armrest. I have a full review on them on my channel. If you want to check it out, you can add some accessories. They have LED lighting with up to 8 different colors. They have all these controls here. They have a single touch operation, so memory seating. So I simply have to press the button and they go to the configured position. So just like that with a single touch, you can set it to whatever you want. They have lumbar support as well. So just like in a vehicle, you can adjust the headrest that has a motorized headrest. And of course your feet, again, the colors, it has USB Type-C and USB Type-A connections to charge your mobile devices. Here to control a universal remote. So this is Logitech Harmony One. I don't think they make this specific model anymore. I also have the Elite upstairs, another one of their universal remotes, but it works super well. One touch operation for all my activities, whether I'm listening, watching a movie, listening to music, or streaming my Apple 4K TV. I also have a iPad mini here to control when I want to do some streaming once again, or listening to some high quality audio streams from either Qobuz, Tidal, all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, let's talk about now the room itself. Ceilings and walls, they're done in matte black, so we can prevent any light reflection or any light bouncing off as much as possible. Light control is important in a projection environment. The theater itself is 18 feet wide. We have 9 feet ceilings. We had to increase the height of the ceilings while building the house so we can fit the projection screen in the back. And also the depth is roughly 40 feet because I'm in my basement, so it's an open basement. And we have the concrete floors that help prevent the rattling and shaking. Here on the walls, we have some acoustic treatments. So what I did, we went the extra mile. I hired a professional acoustician to come into the room, to take some room measurements, reverb, and all that kind of stuff with a crazy speaker, like measures 360 degrees of stuff and different microphones. And he took that report basically of what the room has as far as echoes, transients, and all that stuff. And we gave that to a team that takes care of basically doing some sound treatments for all the theater setups, the cinemas here in the Montreal area in Canada. And they did a fantastic job. That's Acco Acoustique, by the way. So they took that report and we came, of course, you want to manage the first and second reflection points, and went above and beyond that. So with these acoustic panels. Also, if you look up top, we have some panels that were done. We call these clouds. So once again, following the acoustician's recommendations. And in the corner, you can see the bass traps themselves. So again, from floor to ceiling, this helps with bass reflection and absorbing, or to not have any type of boomy bass. And that is very, very important. So as you can hear, We don't hear any reverb, we don't hear any echo. We also have a custom carpet on the floor that we did with proper measurements to, again, help prevent any reflections, any echoing, and all that kind of stuff. And it is very important to have some very high quality room treatments. I'd say that it's probably responsible for 40 to 50% of the perceived sound quality, because you're cutting down, again, on those reflection points, on the echo that you're having. It allows the speakers to work correctly. Speaker positioning is also crucial, and also calibration. Yes, the processor has Odyssey Multi-Q XT32, but that's a good job, let's say, to take care of some of the correction that needs to be done. But I'm going to go a step forward. So one of the upgrades that I'm going to do in the future, we're probably going to see a video together, is I'm going to hire a world-class audio calibrator to come. So the video calibration was done by my friend Michael Chan, and he's very, very well known in the industry. He has partnered up with many theater production, movie production companies, and TV production companies as well to help calibrate their screens. He's also a consultant for many companies out there that produce projectors and TVs, so he knows his stuff. So what I see on my screen is reference quality material. What the director intended when they were filming the movie or the scene is what I am seeing here. And once again, for sound, it's the same thing, guys. It is important to have your audio calibrated either by your integrated software inside your processor, or hire a professional audio calibrator. So that I'm looking forward to. Stay tuned for more craziness, of course, on the Pan the Organizer channel. So that was it for the tour, guys. I hope you enjoyed this insane setup. I always say that this is my end game, but it never is. I don't know how many different home theater setups I've had in the few houses that I've owned till now, but yeah, it's just a blast to be able to watch. I'm not going to play any content because the size of this channel is too big at this point, with almost 1 million subscribers at the time of this recording. I don't want to risk getting a copyright strike, and anyways, playing this back through your computer screen or mobile device or TV wouldn't give this home theater setup any credit, or it wouldn't do it any justice, that's for sure. So do you guys have a home theater setup that you're proud of in your house? By the way, let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. What gear are you running? If you have any thoughts, emotions, let me know for my home theater. But yeah, I just love enjoying watching movies on this. It's crazy. Another future upgrade that I might do is look into Kaleidoscape. So those are the units that basically get the original digital format of the movie, uncompressed sound, uncompressed video directly from the servers at Kaleidoscape. They partner up with Hollywood studios to get the original masters. So that's network connected. So that would be an upgrade, I think, over the 4K Blu-ray player that I have. So yeah, stay tuned for more craziness in the future. Again, I'll leave all the products, tools, equipment, all this gear linked in the description for you guys to check it out. In the meantime, guys, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.